We are back with another Euros video, and today I'm going to be going through Euros Matchday 2. There's been some interesting results in here, and we're getting to the end of the group stages now. We're going to get to the part where teams will play each other at the same time as the other teams in the group, and it's going to get interesting. And most of the teams in the groups are going to go through, which is because of the weird format. But that's not going to stop me. I'm still going to have a look at the results, analyse them a little bit, and we'll go from there. Right, so first up, Group A, and full disclosure, I'm recording this video after the final matches of Group A, so I'm actually just going to go through them all. We'll go with, first of all, Turkey 0, Wales 2. Dominant performance from Wales. Turkey, awful. Everyone's saying, Turkey dark horses. No. They've been terrible. They've been worse than terrible. They've been an embarrassment to the Turkey fans, who are brilliant fans. Italy beat Switzerland 3-0. Dominant from Italy. They're looking like one of the favourites for the tournaments now, unbeknownst to everyone before the tournament. But they're a unit, and Roberto Mancini's got them playing very well. And then the games that have just finished, Italy 1, Wales 0, and Switzerland 3, Turkey 1. It just reaffirms everything we already knew. Turkey, awful. Wales, pretty solid, not too bad. Italy, dominant, really. Easily the best in this group. And Switzerland, very good. They played a lot better than I thought they would. They looked very good in that game, because I had both of them on at the same time. And Xherdan Shaqiri, what a player. On to Group B, and these were some interesting ones. Finland against Russia, first of all. Finland had a goal disallowed for offside, then Russia went and scored and won. And it's a big win for Russia, because if they're going to beat anyone in the group, it's got to be Finland. And as for Denmark against Belgium, well, Denmark started really well. They had the momentum, and then this started to flounder a little bit. Belgium brought on Kevin De Bruyne, and he changed the game and won Belgium the game. And Belgium looked brilliant with him on the pitch. Bit defensively frail, but very good nonetheless. As you can see, Belgium top of the group, Russia second, Finland third. And Denmark have been completely done just by other circumstances beyond their control, like the Christian Eriksen situation. And I feel for them, and I'm rooting for them in their final game against Russia. Hopefully they can get the win, maybe finish third should Belgium beat Finland as well. But yeah, let's hope Denmark do well. On to Group C. We had Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 1. Ukraine again looking good, but North Macedonia giving them a bit of a run for their money. It's a good game. And they've been a very good sport, North Macedonia. They weren't expected to do much, but they've been very good. I'm very impressed with them, especially Pandev. What a king. He's still going. It's just brilliant. Netherlands 2, Austria 0. Netherlands coasted that. They could have easily won by more. Austria, really poor. I expected more, and I expect more from David Alaba. It's like he's their key player. I would play him in midfield. They're playing him at the back, and I would actually play him in the central midfield. Get him on the ball, get him driving at people, because he can do that. He's better than the midfielders. Him and Sabitzer in the midfield. That's a good midfield. But what do I know? I'm just some guy. There's the table, as you can see. Netherlands looking good for qualifying. Ukraine looking alright for second, which means that Ukraine against Austria is actually going to be a very interesting game. I'm looking forward to that one, because that's a big one. Group D, I've already talked about England against Scotland. Don't want to talk about that anymore. Just an absolute shite game, start to finish, from an England point of view. Croatia versus Czech Republic. I half watched it. I had it on in the background whilst I was doing other things, and it looked alright. It looked quite even from what I saw. I haven't really looked into it, but 1-1 scoreline. Czech Republic top of the group. They face England next. It's going to be a big game for England. Now, if England do finish second, then I think they play second place in Spain's group, and that is looking like it could be either Spain, Sweden, or Poland, maybe even Slovakia. It could be any of those, and that's sure as hell better than who they play if they finish first, which would be either Germany, France, or Portugal. But we'll see. The penultimate group here, Group E, we have Sweden first, Slovakia second, Spain third, and Poland last. I had Spain first, Poland second, Sweden third, and Slovakia fourth in this group, so my prediction is absolutely terrible. But as you can see the results, Sweden beat Slovakia. That was a snooze fest, that game. That game was awful. Alexander Isak produced some magic in there. He's the most exciting player in the whole game. And I thought Slovakia were unlucky to lose. I think they pressed well, especially at the end, and I think a draw would have been a deserved result, but Sweden got over the line, didn't they? So fair play to Sweden, and I'm looking forward to the game against Poland. As for Spain-Poland, well, Lewandowski coming in, clutch for Poland, really. Brilliant header. Climbed over Laporte and bodied him like he was 2'3". Brilliant header. But Spain really lackluster again, and we know that their squad isn't what it used to be, but it's just boring. There's no penetration in the Spain ranks. It's just laboured and it's sideways and backwards. It's reminiscent of watching England, which is not a compliment to the Spanish team. But yeah, Alvaro Morata missed another sitter. It was a rebound from a Moreno penalty, and I would have expected him to do better there. Then I realised it's Morata, and should I expect much from him? Maybe not. And finally, the last group, Group F. Hungary versus France was a really good game. Hungary actually managed to get a draw, and they could have won if it wasn't for that defensive mistake, but they put their bodies on the line. And I would say that France deserved a penalty right in the last minute, but VAR didn't get involved, thankfully, for Hungary. France looked really out of sorts in the second half, looked good in the first half. Benzema missed a few chances, but I'm expecting France to do a little bit better than that. When you play against lesser opposition, sometimes that does stifle you in the sense that the mentality isn't there, maybe sort of the tempo isn't there. It's an interesting one for France. I still think they're better than that performance though. So we will see in the next game against Portugal. It's going to be an excellent game. And then the game of the match day, easily, Portugal 2, Germany 4. And what a game that was. Portugal went 1-0 up with Cristiano Ronaldo, a brilliant counter-attack move. But Germany just ran riot after that. 2 own goals for Portugal. Ruben Dias, and I think it was Guerrero for the second one. I can't quite remember. But yeah, very good from Germany. That 3-4-3 was overloading the Portugal team. And Robin Gosens on that left-hand side, what a performance from him. The Atalanta man, he did himself proud in that game because that was absolutely brilliant. As for Portugal, looked very defensively fragile, and you wouldn't expect that when they have the likes of Pepe and Ruben Dias at the back. I think they were undone on the flanks. I think Nelson Semedo is poor. I haven't seen anything of him that suggests that he's a good player ever since he came to Wolves, really. Even at Barcelona, I didn't particularly rate him. But yeah, it was just easy. It was balls to the left-hand side, balls to the right-hand side, cut back. 3 goals were scored from that exact same move. We had 2 own goals, and we also had the third goal, which was Kai Havertz. So yeah, Germany looking good, because when they went 1-0 down, serious questions were starting to be asked. Lost their first 2 games. But no, they've come back. Very, very good, dominant performance from Germany in the end. And the Germans should be very proud of that. As you can see, this is the Group F table. I would say that France are going to probably top it. I think they will beat Portugal. Germany will beat Hungary. And I think Portugal will finish third as a result. So if that is to be the case, and if England do beat Czech Republic and finish top of the group, they will play second in this group here. And if my predictions are correct, they'll be playing Germany in the round 16. And I'm scared. I'm terrified. I don't want to play Germany. You see us against Scotland and you see Germany against Portugal. It's night and day. But, vibes. Shut up, guys. Come on. Most of you are probably old enough to remember the 2010 World Cup when we faced Germany, and I believe it was the round of 16. Frank Lampard with the ghost goal. PTSD from that game. I don't want to play Germany. So, yeah, I would actually probably rather English finish second in the long term, but I never want to see us throw a game. I want to see us put in a dominant performance against the Czech Republic, because the performance against Scotland was abysmal. So that is the end of the Matchday 2 video. Please leave a comment down below what you thought of the games, what you think for the upcoming Matchday. Please leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I'll see you soon.